and drifters, Gunnison's only year-round, full-service, outdoor fly shop and guide service, carrying all the brands you know and use, such as fly rods from Winston, Sage, Scott, and Redington. We also have waders and accessories from Sims and Dan Bailey's. Then for flies, we carry flies from Umpqua, Spirit River, Idlewild, and the new Brush Creek Fly Company. Lines and leaders, we carry Cortland, Rio, and Sage. And yes, we will cover all of your clothing needs for men and women with clothing from Columbia, Patagonia, and Marmot. Not only will we do all that for you, we'll also love to take you fishing. Guided fly fishing trips for all skill levels from beginners to advanced anglers. So come on in and give us a call. That's High Mountain Outdoors and Drifters.
Hi, I'm Mern Judson, and welcome to the show today. It's my pleasure to spend the day with Dr. Tim Holt. Good to have you with me.
It's nice to be here.
Today we're fishing a late October day. We're going to be fishing 5-weight rods because of the wind. Should be a good day, some good fishing, so stay with us. But even this early in the day, a nice slick like this could be holding some good fish. And what I like to do is what I call work inside out.
Okay.
And then bottom up. So I would basically start here, and I'd cast where I'm basically going to end up standing in the next 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I'd work across this, move up, work across it, move up, work across it. I would guess the fish are going to be holding more up towards the top right now at this time of day.
Okay.
But you never know. There could be a fish or two just
Hanging
laying
out
in
down
this
here.
lazy water. When that breeze is blowing, just flip your fly straight up in the air and punch it out there. And that'll keep that loop closed. And see how the wind blew that one back?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the same thing. Just a little more energy, and you can still get it right into the wind. Okay, so it's just a matter of basically let the wind take it back,
Okay.
and then just flip it out there. So go ahead and step up, and I'll get out of your way. So Tim, you're a veterinarian by trade.
That's right.
How many years have you been doing this?
I see. I graduated from Colorado State in 1988 and been practicing in Gunnison ever since.
All right. Now as we got up and were getting ready to go fishing here, we saw these bighorn.
Right.
You had something to do with the bighorn?
Yes, I still help out the Division of Wildlife. They monitored this herd with actually even a couple of other herds in Gunnison. And this herd is in particular interest because they lost a few years ago. Well, it's been quite a few years ago, and they're monitoring them now for disease and things. And we actually, most of the ones you'll see up there have radio collars on them, so we can track them and monitor their progress. And once every couple, 3 years, we'll actually trap them and draw blood on them and do physical exams on them and make sure they're staying healthy. And right now, they're doing quite well. And it allows us to continue the research on the bighorn to find out where they're healthiest and how they're doing. It's been a great project in my eyes, so it's been a lot of fun.
How big is this group right now? Do you know that number?
I don't. When we trapped them last time, I think we caught about 30 head, both males, females, and lambs as well. So it's actually done quite well up here.
Throw a couple a little further to your left out there where that water turns from rippled to slick and see what happens. Yeah, yeah.
My first fish on the Taylor River. Yep.
Well, there's some cute little rainbows in here. And some nice big browns too, but there's a lot
Really?
of catchable sized rainbows. I'm not sure if the DOW planted a lot this year, but they're of the size that looks like they've
Like
been
this
implanted.
guy.
Now notice how you pick that fish up right here in this spot here,
Exactly.
and what I call double transition.
Okay.
And I look for this in every river, and that's transition in water speed and transition in depth in the same place. So you got your water coming down here, and it slows down and moves over a little deeper spot,
Okay.
and the fish can hold there without expelling any energy. You'll find them
That's
out
too bad.
every time. Okay, now if you look around, that place is repeated all the way up there.
Okay.
And all the way up here. Now you got the flat in the middle, which I wouldn't ignore.
Okay.
I'd cast over that, especially when it's cold.
Okay.
Or when there's a good half flat. But I will guarantee you'll find fish in the 2 transition lines on each side of this flat. There was a fish just rose right in the middle of the flat, actually. So, but I would continue to work this, you know, back and forth. Always paying more attention to the transitions than anywhere else.
Okay.
So, go back in there.
Alrighty.
We'll get another one here. Oh, gentleman's release.
Exactly.
The trick when you go out there with a cast across the river is getting a decent drift. That's
right.
See how it wants to speed up there.
There he is.
Make that little bend. Ooh, gentleman's release. Yeah. But I made that little bend, landed that fly, and the second I did that little roll and it started to float natural,
like
that fish jumped right on it. So go ahead and I'll move back here.
So the drift, you want the line kind of behind it so it's not pulling it.
Well, always the rule of thumb is always meant upstream over fast water and downstream over slow.
Okay.
So you got, see this fast where my fly is now is fast, and if you go anything beyond that, it's slow. So you want to lay it down and then just make your mend upstream. Myrna Sarah Judson here with another tip that I hope will improve your cast. When adding line, only add the line on the forward stroke. This will keep energy built into the rod on the back stroke and make for a much better cast.
Welcome to Black Mesa Lodge on the Homestead Ranch. Black Mesa Lodge has all the comforts of home: pool table, wet bar, big screen TV, spacious dining area, and rooms that have that high country feel to them. And the hunting, well, it speaks for itself.
Good luck, buddy.
Oh, let's go see what we got.
Nice shot. There you go.
Hi, this is Trey from High Mountain Outdoors and Drifters, Gunnison's only year-round, full-service, outdoor fly shop and guide service, carrying all the brands you know and use, such as fly rods from Winston, Sage, Scott, and Redington. We also have waders and accessories from Sims and Dan Bailey's. Then for flies, we carry flies from Umpqua, Spirit River, Idlewild, and the new Brush Creek Fly Company. Lines and leaders, we carry Cortland, Rio, and Sage. And yes, we will cover all of your clothing needs for men and women with clothing from Columbia, Patagonia, and Marmot. Not only will we do all that for you, we'll also love to take you fishing. Guided fly fishing trips for all skill levels from beginners to advanced anglers. So come on in and give us a call. That's High Mountain Outdoors and Drifters.
For 50 years, you've trusted the Hunter Company to offer only the best in holsters and accessories. Now a carefully crafted line of high-quality rifle scopes and spotting scopes is available with a name you can depend on. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into the development of these rugged beauties. The results? Let's just say there's a new boss in town, and to sweeten the pot, these superb optics can be had at a very manageable price. What more do you want? And that's why I trust only Hunter's Wicked Optics and Hunter's Leather Accessories.
Oh, there you go. See, they're right there.
Yep.
All of them
just hanging out.
Just stacked up. They don't have to work hard. And the food comes right to them. It's all right. You need to step out another foot or two.
Go about like that and get me out.
Yeah. Oh, that was to the dry. I love that.
Yeah, that's when you see the whole thing happening.
Oh, yeah. You almost had a double there for a minute.
Right there in that, whoa, there.
Another catch and release. Yep, see?
Just a nice, slow, he just took that and went back to resting.
We might have a small brown this time. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, a little,
it is, isn't it?
Little brown. They don't stock too many browns here. This is all what they consider wild trout. This is probably a year old. This probably was
Wow.
a fry a year ago.
I think we found him. This is a little bigger one.
Yeah, this looks nice. Now, a lot of times, that's brown too.
Yep.
A lot of times what I'll do when they get below me is I'll lower my rod tip, not at the fish, but at the water.
Okay.
And let him, force him to swim up versus trying to lift him in the water column.
Okay.
A lot of times, though, you can get him to come right back to you. See
Like
how
this.
he'll come right back up here versus trying to lift him, then you're fighting the current also. See, I don't mind, yeah, that's perfect. Let him swim up as high as he wants. Now you can just lift your rod and he'll float right back to you. That's a beautiful brown. Look at that fish. Nice fish.
It is a good one. It's going to head out again.
Yep. He'll swim back though. See if you lower your tip.
It's a nice little trick, yeah.
They'll always swim to you. A lot of people lose fish once they get below them because they're trying to hold their rod tip up and fight the current and the
Right.
fish.
Now here he comes.
Yeah, there you go. Here, I'll hold your rod. Beautiful. Look at that. It's got to be
That's it. He's there.
13, 14-inch fish.
Yep. There you go.
Right.
That's nice.
There you are. Oh, that is a nice.
That's a
There.
nice
Don't lose this fish. This is a lot of fish. Oh, this isn't the one. It's still
Pretty good, I think.
still great, yeah. Let's see here. Feisty rainbow. Look at how dark this rainbow is. A little football.
Yeah, he's good. He's the fattest one we've had.
Oh, easy, buddy. Another milter. This is a great time of year for this river because the flows are so low, but it makes it a little more wadeable.
Right.
The fish are on the feed, getting ready for winter. They've risen. There you are again. And if a hatch came off here this afternoon, which usually does this time of year, you've got the correct bug on, and you can just have a great day fishing this double fly pattern. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Nice little small one there.
Little astronaut trainer.
After that big one,
Flying fish.
it got a little from the pull, but
Right there on the edge between those two speeds.
okay.
That's where the fish will almost always be holding. Part of the reason for that is that their food is in the faster water, but they're a fairly lazy animal. They can't stay out there long. They expel too much energy to exist.
Okay.
But they'll run out there and take food if they have to. Hey, this fishing's been great, so we'll be back right after this. When you're out fishing, sometimes you need to add a little piece of tippet onto the end of your leader. I'm using this bright yellow mono here so you can see it. But one of the common knots is called a blood knot. Lay one on top of the other, go around 4 or 5 times. Lay that right in the back. Take the other end and go around the same number of times. Go down through the hole that other one came up through. Grab all the ends. And pull it down.
For 50 years, you've trusted the Hunter Company to offer only the best in holsters and accessories. Now a carefully crafted line of high-quality rifle scopes and spotting scopes is available with a name you can depend on. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into the development of these rugged beauties. The results? Let's just say there's a new boss in town, and to sweeten the pot, these superb optics can be had at a very manageable price. What more do you want? And that's why I trust only Hunter's Wicked Optics and Hunter's Leather Accessories.
Here at High Country Cowboy Company, we are only interested in building and selling the finest Western horse equipment available. We believe in supporting American craftsmen and artisans and don't believe in compromise where equipment is concerned. We share your love of horses and the gear that accompanies that passion. We use this equipment as you do, which makes us confident in the quality of our goods and service. We want you to be proud to own it and darn glad you're in it.
Buck you've been waiting for is finally in range. You reach for your bow and you're busted. If that's ever happened, you need a Bowlegger. Bowlegger is the new hands-free bow holder that's always there when you need it. The Bowlegger straps to your leg and holds your bow right in front of you, whether you're standing or sitting. When it's time to draw, you can get your bow quickly, quietly, and with a minimum of movement. The Bowlegger works with all bows, and it could be the most valuable piece of equipment you'll buy this year. Don't go to the woods without your Bowlegger.
Introducing the Fisherman's Knot Tying Tool, a tool that all fishermen can use to tie their favorite knots. Small and light enough to fit in your vest pocket, tie all of your favorite knots fast and easy with the knot tying tool. Made of stainless steel and will not corrode or rust, the knot tying tool is great for fishermen who have difficulty tying knots because of stiffness in their fingers. The knot tying tool even comes with an instruction booklet featuring 16 popular knots. Order your knot tying tool today at 1-800-726-3501.
And here's Mern Judson with your fly fishing tips for today.
Hi, this is Mern Judson. Sarah's got a tip for you here that'll really improve your cast. The important thing is to pause equally in front and behind you on the stroke. That's going to close your loop and let you throw that fly a lot further. Have a good day out fishing. Well, we had a great hour of fishing. You caught a lot of fish, most on the dropper. We had some rise to the dry. You haven't fished in about 8 years.
That's right.
Reminds me of the story of the different levels of fishing. Well, everybody talks about 3 levels of fishing. I firmly believe there's 5.
Okay.
The first level being you want to just go catch a fish as a beginner.
Okay.
Just want to catch a fish. Level 2 being you want to catch a lot of fish.
Okay.
Okay, the third level would become catching a big fish. The fourth level would be catching a specific fish, casting to a certain fish and catching it. And the fifth level is fishing's just the excuse to be out here doing what we're doing today, having a good time. So what level of fisherman would you classify yourself as?
I think I could be between a 1 and a 2 and then throw in a 5 as well. So all of them.
Well, it's great to be out here doing this. I'm having a great day.
Exactly.
A little windy, you know, but it hasn't bothered us too bad.
No, it's not too cold, so it's nice.
Well, let's go see if we can find a big fish down in these deeper runs here.
Okay.
Now, if your fly starts sinking, just false cast it a few times to dry it off.
Right there, boom, got him.
Yeah.
That was one that was jumping.
That's a better fish, too, huh? Did he take your dry? Oh, we'll never know, huh?
Nope, but he took the dry.
I thought it did.
He's the one that was jumping out there, I think.
Your volunteer, your veterinary efforts with the DOW for their bighorn program.
That's right, as often as I can anyway, whenever they need help. This herd behind us here, the DOW watches them quite closely, and I've had the opportunity every couple, 3 years, we'll try to net some of them or trap some of them, and they watch them. They're radio collared. They take good care of them. And we just kind of watch them for disease and make sure everything's good, do the examinations on them, check them for parasites, things like that. So they're quite well cared for.
I hear this is one of the healthier groups since you guys started working with them in the state.
That's right. I think what happened a few years ago is a lot of them got sick, so they've been interested to see what caused that, and so we watch their disease pretty closely. The DOW does, and this herd here has thrived quite well and done well.
Well, and they also use this herd to assist with a lot of the other herds. They implant some of these animals to help the other herds in size and growth.
That's right. I'm not sure which ones they do, but a lot of them are carried out by the Blue Mesa, and this herd is quite healthy, and they're using them as transplants.
All right. Well, it's always fun to be able to go fishing and see something like this.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Well, what'd you think of that?
It was a great day of fishing.
It was. It was a lot of fun. A little windy. That was kind of brutal at times. But we caught fish.
We caught fish, learned to use the wind. I liked it.
All right. Well,
I liked it a lot.
Well, when are we going to do this again?
I think next week.
All right. That was a fun time. And once again, we fishing late October, 5-weight rods, dry dropper combo. Everything was great. And just an enjoyable day, even though it was a little windy.
It's a great day.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for joining me.
You bet. Thank you for having me.
See you folks again on the water.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. You'll be seeing a lot more of Myrna in up-and-coming shows. We also have some shows coming up with Josh Church and Philip Jackson out of South Mississippi. See you next week right here in the High Country. You ready to go eat? Come on. High Country TV was brought to you by White Eagle Productions, Gunnison, Colorado. KVLE Radio 102.3 and 93.5, Crested Butte in Lake City, Colorado. Homestead Ranch on the Black Mesa. Taylor Park Marina for your high country fishing experience. Genesis Studio of Taxidermy Artistry in Gunnison, Colorado.